So something right now that is currently keeping me up at night is scaling. And I know that that's an issue for a lot of small businesses and a lot of startups, and particularly in influencer marketing, where you're working with a set number of people and those personal relationships are so important. It's kind of like, how do you scale those personal relationships times 10? So how do you keep the same level of intimacy and a great relationship with all of these people when the number goes from 100 to 1,000? And particularly in influencer marketing, that's a question that I spend a lot of time thinking about.
For me, that goes back to leadership. I really want to see a world where everyone understands their leadership power. And when I see organizations, and I have the privilege of working with a lot of businesses globally, it's not just the person at the top that's the leader. Every single person anywhere in a business is a brand leader. And when I think about the dearth of great leadership in the world today, or I see people that pay it lip service, don't walk the walk, don't talk the talk, and don't get up every day thinking about how to make somebody's life better, how to help them get what they want out of their career, help them grow. Those are the things that keep me up at night. Really, I think about people at brands, and I think about people at companies that punch in and punch out. And that is such a waste of human energy.
As a business owner and someone running a marketing team, communication keeps me up at night, and internal organization, and making sure that not just my whole marketing and creative team, but my culinary and operations and finance teams and people in culture are all communicating in ways that understand one another and moving towards the same goal, the same mission, and that things aren't getting lost along the way that'll eventually cause us to stumble.
One of the things that I probably lose the most sleep over is, how do we measure all of these new platforms that are coming out, and what constitutes success in these platforms? Because I think what's hard is the goalposts are always changing. And I think we have to, as marketers, stay ahead of that. And I think it's really difficult when you have new platforms or new ways to reach consumers coming online every day. We talked about the example of TikTok, right? That was something that really didn't exist just a year and a half ago almost, right? People weren't talking about it. And within a couple months, it's blown up. So keeping track of that, and also ensuring that you're spending your finite resources on the right platforms and in the right ways to reach your consumers. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things that keeps me up, is how you do that, what to do, and then how do you measure it and what constitutes success.
How do we prove impact and ROI for investments in communications and brand when it is really oftentimes an enablement play? Is that if you are clear about your brand, if you spend the efforts in socializing and communicating externally and internally, it should make everything else work so much better and more effectively. But being able to attribute the cause and effect is difficult, and having to make the case, or how can we make that case compellingly, is what keeps me up at night.